Good. How's the first week or so of practice been going?
Well, we got 5 practices down, and get number 6 in today, and then take a couple days off for Easter. But it's going really well. I mean, we've definitely improved. Got a healthy competition going on at all positions, which is exactly what we're after. But been really excited about the energy level, the improvement we've seen from where we were last year to where we are right now. I think is a big improvement. We got to continue to keep pushing. We're a long way from where we want to be, but these guys they're working hard right now.
Is there one position group where you'd say the competition is fiercest?
Well, I think the quarterback position right now is battling pretty good. I think it's a constant, it's a daily battle. I think there's several positions at wide receiver that are wide open. D-line is probably at our thinnest right now because of the lack of depth, and we won't have the majority of our depth here until June. But there's some good competition going on there as well. Our defensive ends, I've been really excited about the Sky Twins have really coming on. Hunter Thetford's another one that's really coming on, and so we've got some good competition there. Justin Lawler has been out, but will be back, and he's actually been able to serve as a coach on the field. Really been able to help out. I think probably one of the most improved parts that I've seen right now has obviously been our secondary. Those guys have really coming on. Jesse Montgomery's having a really good spring to this point. Will Jeanley's, and they should. It's time. So I'm excited about those guys.
Evan Brown has gotten some time at center. What did you see that you liked that let you move him to the middle, and what's the biggest adjustment?
Well, I think the number one thing with Evan is just how smart he is. He's very intelligent, a guy that moves well. We recruited him heavily at Clemson, so a guy that comes from a great program here right around the corner at South Lake, and so excited about him. You know, Evan is really getting a lot of reps at center right now, and been able to move around. You're able to see Chauncey. Chauncey's moving all around as well. You've seen the left tackle, right tackle. Chad Persley's another one, which has probably the best of the 2 weeks we've had in the offensive line. He's probably shined the most of all of them. But again, we got some really good competition going on there as well.
Is the move of Evan to center an experiment or a done deal?
Well, no, it's not a done deal. It has been experiment more so than anything, just allowing us to create some depth at some positions that we desperately need.
When you say the competition at quarterback's been tough, what exactly are each 3 players bringing to that competition?
Well, each one has a different skill set. Matt obviously is a great runner and he has the ability to keep plays alive with his feet. The thing you want in Matt is you want him to settle down a little bit more in the pocket and be able to become more of a pass threat. You want a pass threat over a run threat at first. His first instinct, and I think early in the year he was that. I think later in the year he went more of a run pass second, and that's not what we're after. Obviously, get the team in the end zone. That's number one. However you do it, whatever way you do it, that's what matters the most. So, he's done some really good things in picking up where he was. Ben obviously is more of a pass first, run second. Daryl is it just depends on the day of the week. One day he's pass first, run second, and he's run first, pass second. So, developing the consistency in Daryl is really what we've been after there. Seen some really good things out of all 3 of them, though.
A year ago, you talked about Prescott Line and his versatility, short yardage runner, blocker, receiver. Now that he's gone, who fills some of his responsibilities?
Well, the 2 guys returning, Xavier Jones and Braden West, are the guys that we're expecting a lot out of, and they have, to this point in spring, have held up to our standard of what we're after with these guys. Matter of fact, I think those 2 guys have probably had as good a spring to this point as anybody. They're running violent, they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, so excited about those guys. Really more intrigued with what our younger guys are bringing. Afonso Thomas, with the loss of Prescott, it has created some depth concerns at running back, and so until we get some guys in here, but Afonso coming in, graduated early. He's a guy that's typical freshman right now that you would expect. He's swimming. He's drinking from a fire hose right now, and we've just got to keep pushing him. And he's gonna be all right. He's learning. We just got to keep staying the course, and he's gonna be just fine.
You mentioned some of the wide receiver spots you mentioned open. Who among some of those younger guys especially has stuck out to you so far this spring?
Well, James Prochet has obviously been a guy that when he puts his foot in the ground, you know what's fixing to happen. He gives a great vertical threat. Raheem Malone is having a good spring. Needs to. Again, you've been here long enough. Let's go. What are you fixing to do? It's time to perform. Shelby Walker's another one that's had is consistent this spring. He's an older guy now. He's a veteran guy. It's time for him. Kevin Thomas is a guy that we've challenged really hard. You know, more so than anything, he's probably there's no problem. He's more talented than anybody we got out there. It's just, can he battle and be a consistent football player like we need him to be? Right now, to this point, he hasn't shown that. But he's going to have to. He's going to have to continue to be pushed and pressed. And I know Coach Stepp is doing a great job handling him, as Coach Craddock is. And so he's the guy we're really bearing down on. We need a lot out of him. It's time for him to step up. Cortland, we know what he's capable of doing. Cortland's got to fine-tune the smaller details of the route running, the attention to details, the little things. That's what's going to separate him in the long run. We all know what he's capable of doing. He's gotten bigger. We're expecting great things out of him. We expect him to be the leader of that group. So the guy that nobody talks about that's going to be in the end before it's all over, it's going to be one that's going to, where's this guy been, is Alex Honey. And Alex has had a consistent spring. Redshirted last year, was able to get bigger, and you're able to see that on the field. Xavier Castile is a guy that's been out with injury. We expect him back Monday, full throttle. So excited about getting Xavier back, creating some depth there.
With Chad Hedlund graduating and Jackson Coons transferring, could you see Josh Williams filling both roles, or would you rather have two guys?
Well,
on each
yeah,
job?
that's a great question. We prefer to have two guys, but right now, Josh is having to fill both ends of it. But we expect somebody else to emerge. Again, a great competition going on at some levels there. Chad was a great weapon for us this past year and created some. He erased a lot of deficiencies that we had, being able to kick the ball through the back of the end zone and be one of the 50. I think we were top 15 in the country in touchbacks. And so that erased a lot of angles and a lot of deficiencies for us being able to do that. So those are some things, again, as you develop. I'm really excited about our guys. I'm excited about the way our staff is approaching this spring. It's all about getting 1% better every day, and we're doing that. It's a process, and we're not going to let up. We're going to have a great day today, a great scrimmage, and you know what? We'll be back in here next Tuesday, and we're a long way from where we need to be. No matter how hard we go today, we're not going to get to the end today. We just want to get a little bit better.
Last question.
Several guys end the year on the shelf. Horace Richardson, Kyron Mitchell, Rodney Clemens. How are they in their rehab?
Yeah, Horace is slowly coming back. He'll be in green, which will be a non-contact guy. Rodney is a guy that we expect back in green when we come back from Easter. Again, a non-contact guy, be able to go through drill work with us. So those will be some guys that we're expecting, hopefully get back, we'll just keep pushing those guys. So I think we'll eventually get everybody back, but again, we're going to play with the guys we got.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all.